Puck is down. Fremont has it. Plays it through center ice. Jumps it into the zone to Spangler. Just outside the zone, Fremont recovers, regroups, and dumps it in. Spangler's got it again. She'll play it up the wing to Sweeney. Sweeney back behind the boards to Kretz. Tries to play it up to Meserich. Meserich can't control it. Back to Fremont down the middle of the slot. Shot saved by Ballmer. Joseph Ross in for the faceoff. He wins it back to Wyatt Kleesner. Kleesner up to Sagers. Sagers to Ruiz. Ruiz through the center ice. Dumps it in. Buke applies the forecheck behind the goal line. That's Deutsch. Out to Kleesner. Dumps it back in below the goal line. Ruiz behind the net. Flyers wrap it around the near board. Sagers knocks it back in. Back to Ruiz. Center to Ross. Shot just wide. Ross has it behind the net. Battled there. Flyers steal it. Force it up to Kleesner. Kleesner holds it in. The Flyers are coming on a 3-on-1. Display Sagers back on D. Shot saved by Spalmer. Puck down. That's Liam Henry. Oh, fired around the board. Saved by Ballmer. Henry will carry it up. Lost it there at center ice. Chase pulls. Takes the charge. Takes it down to the corner. Shermite carries behind the net. CJ Mueller's got it now. He circles. Puck gets knocked loose. Henry with the shot. Doesn't quite make it. Netherly's got it in the corner. Centers to Mueller, who can't quite hold on to it. Henry knocks it down to Chase Poles. Fremont tries to play it up. Hits the back of the net. Fremont's got it on the far side. A little open ice. Knocked back in by Netherly. Henry over to Cruiser. Cruiser fires it wide to no one. Fremont will go for the long pass. It's chipped up there by Cruiser. Fremont takes the zone. Kretz is back to get it. He'll circle behind the net. Plays it up the middle. That's Bryce Beshin carrying it into the offensive zone. Walks in. Shot on net. Saved. And they knock down the 4'8" guy. Looks like Fremont's going to go on the penalty for this. Cross-checking. Saw a couple of those yesterday. So the power play will start out with Ross, Sweeney, Ruiz, Meserich, and Beshin on defense. Ross wins the faceoff back to Beshin. Beshin walks to the middle, gives it to Sweeney. Sweeney walks it to the slot. Shot, goal. Fremont's got it in the offensive zone. Stolen there by Heacock. Heacock will bring it up the near boards. Dump back in. That's back to Kretz. Kretz will walk it through center ice. Knock to the boards. Cleared out. That'll go the length for an icing call. Puck's down. It's behind the net. Fremont has it there. Battled for and stolen by Bryce Beshin. Kicked out to Cam Spangler. Fremont has it now. They'll go through the center ice. Kretz is back to get it behind the net. Knocked off the puck. Spangler's there to pick it up. Throws it towards the net. Bomber gets a piece of it. Kretz are on the boards. Out to the Fremont D, who dumps it back in. Fremont chases behind the net. Beshin's got it now. He'll walk it up the middle to Ruiz. Plays it off to Deutsch. Deutsch down the middle. Sends it back to Beshin. Fremont behind the net. Beshin's got it. He'll play it down back behind the net. Off to Kretz. I'm sorry, Deutsch. Ruiz comes in to help him out. Battled in the corner there. Deutsch tries to dig it out. Can't quite get it. Blatantly cross checks from behind. We're going to call it a rough. That looked like a cross check, Rob, but I believe the ref called it a rough. Ross and Meserich out on the penalty kill. Fremont controls it in the corner, fires it up to the point. Blocked in front there. Centered. Knocked back to the corner. Centered again. Chipped in front. Walked behind the net. Kicked out in front. Meserich has got it there. He'll send it to length. Ross will give chase. Fremont's got it. Over circle to regroup. Fire at the width of the ice. Stuck in his skates. Meserich comes in and gives him what for? All 5 Fremont players on the far boards. So Dubuque cycles to the near boards and clears it to length. Fremont will start from at the goal line. Carries it into the neutral zone with some speed. Into the attacking zone. Takes it wide. Around the back of the net. Shuffles it to the middle. Lost it there. Sweeney's got it. He'll carry it out. Hits the brakes. Kills a little time. Sends it over to Kretz. Kretz sends it the length of the ice. Fremont tries to regroup behind its goal line. Netherlands with some pressure on the near boards. Still battled for. Circled back behind the net. Freeman will carry it up the middle of the ice with a terrible pass. Pushed it back again. CJ Mueller races to the corner to get it. He's got control. Circles across the middle. Holds it in. Tries to get a shot off. It's blocked in front. Fremont's got it in the far corner. They'll play it up to the point where Kleesner holds it in. Battled in front there. Fremont's got it now. They've cleared the zone out to center ice. Dumps it in just inside the red line. Into the corner they'll go. Netherly's got it. He'll walk it out. Plays it to the other corner to Mueller. Mueller centers to Sagers, who's not quite ready for it. Mueller's got it now. Shot towards the net. Goes to the far corner. Played there. That's Kleesner. Up to the D. Fired back in. Fremont will chase behind the net. Sagers has it now. Carries it up to center. Fremont clears the zone, but they're back in. Shot deflected before it can get to the net. That's Mueller. Plays it off the boards. Through center ice into the attacking zone. Fremont circles and they'll counter. Up the middle. Chase pulls, knocks it back in. Pays the price for that. Besham walks it to the middle, loses the handle though. Plays it up the far boards. That's Kretz chasing it. He quick turns and fires it back down. Besham's got it. Angle on the net. Saved by the goaltender. Rebound. Covered. Saved. Heacock got a couple of fires in there. Just wide. Pinned on the near boards again. Knocked down below the goal line. Besham will go there to retrieve. Plays it to the far corner. Heacock's got it there. Gets smoked. Kretz to the front. Shot wide. Besham's got it. Sends it across. Heacock makes him pay with a goal. So the delayed penalty gets waved off, and Heacock gets his own retribution. Puck's down. That's Nico Ruiz with it. He'll circle on the near boards and dump it in. Joseph Ross comes in and knocks the stick out of the Fremont player's hand. Battle for behind the goal line. Ruiz has got it there. He'll circle out to the front of the net, takes a shot, hits the goaltender in the mask. Behind the net, Fremont fires it back. Joseph Ross has got it now. He'll get it over to Nico Ruiz. Behind the net again. Fired to the corner. Ruiz has got it, kicks it out to Deutsch. Lost the handle on it there. Fremont will knock it below the goal line. Loses the handle there. Ross has got it, fires it towards the net, just wide. Mesrich takes a hit in the corner. Fremont clears it out to center ice. They'll take the zone. Henry will take it there. Knocks it back to center ice. Gavin Netherly over to Cody Cruiser. Played it back. Fremont will fire it up the ice, and that'll go for an icing. Shots are 5-3 in this 2-1 or 2-0 advantage. Sweeney's got it on the far boards. Taken down as he sends it away. Mesrich leaves it for Sweeney. Battles back in the corner. Sends it out to Kleesner. Comes loose. Mesrich's shot is just wide. Sagers holds it on the blue line. Fremont makes a second attempt. Held back in again by Mesrich. He'll walk down the middle. Shot. Goal.
Scoring for your Dubuque Saints, number 14, Calvin Messerich. At 4:22 in the first period, unassisted.
Beshin's got it here after the faceoff. He'll walk it into the zone. Kicks it over to Chase Pulls. Pulls fires it towards the net. Saved by the goaltender. Beshin tries to wrap it around from behind. Can't quite get it. Sagers has got it at center ice. Over to Chase Pulls. Into Beshin. Back to Pulls. Pulls fires it low. It's blocked there. Wyatt Kleesner will go back to get it. Kleesner's got it. Allows to step. It maintains control. Sagers comes in. Takes the puck. Plays it up the wing. Fired in from the point by Fremont. C.J. Mueller will carry it across center ice. Plays it to the far boards. That's Beshin in front. Oh, tries to stuff it in. Doesn't quite get it in. Saints clear the zone, or Fremont clears the zone. Chase Pulls takes a shot that glances just off the crossbar. Fremont was awful excited about a big hit in front of the bench there. That's great, but you're still losing 3-0. Big hits don't put points on the board. Referee Blondin resets the net. Puck's down. Ross has got it there. Gets it back to Kretz. Kretz into Heacock. Heacock behind the net to Ross. Ross walks it out in front. Almost tucks it in. Comes out to Michael Pulls. Cam Spangler at the point there. Knocks it down to Ross. Ross walks it over to Kretz. Gets knocked out of the zone. Ross has got it. He'll play it back to Spangler. Spangler's got it now. She'll play it up the near boards. Heacock gets just a piece of it. Heacock doesn't get a piece of it because it goes for icing. Ross in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Dubuque has it. Michael Pulls, plays it up to Ross. Ross carries it through center ice up to Heacock. Heacock dumps it in, and they'll give chase. Ross is the first man there. Plays it to the front. Nobody's home. Fremont knocks it to length. Spinning puck will go for icing. Puck's down. Comes out to Henry at the point. He'll play it down to Deutsch. Fires it on net. Saved. Knocked behind the net. Goalie covers again. Little zoom there. Puck's down. Behind the net. Fremont's got it. They'll play it off the near boards. Walks to the middle. Shot. Puck goes over the net. Balmer ducks. Deutsch has got it on the far side. He kicks it up to Ruiz, who's got a step. Carries it into the zone. Gets hammered down. Played back to Deutsch. Deutsch clears it to center ice where no one is. Liam Henry back to get it. Balmer chasses to the bench. Sweeney's got it now. Long delay penalty here. You can see referee Blondin's arm is getting tired. Sweeney carries it into the zone, hits the brakes, feeds it over to Ruiz. Ruiz shot, knocked in front of the net. Apparently that was enough of a touch. So the puck's in, or puck's for the face-off and to the left of the Fremont goaltender. Ross is in for it. Saints are 2 for 2 on their power plays today. Puck knocked down below the goal line. It's cleared into the stands. And knocks over Popcorn. That's a hell of a shot. Puck's down. Meserich gives it back to Beshin. Beshin walks it to the middle. Shot. Saved. Sweeney attacks on the far side. He's got the puck there. Carries it behind the net. Walks out. We're going to get a crease violation. Nope, net's off. Puck's down. Played high off the boards. Beshin's got it there at the blue line. Gives it down to Meserich. Stolen there, and Fremont will clear. Sent the length of the ice. Ballmer's got it. He'll play it up to Sweeney. Sweeney works on the far sides. Walks it through center ice. Off to Meserich. Meserich holds there. Gets knocked out. Beshin's got it. Holds. Zone's cleared. Meserich gets it back in. Leaves it for Ruiz, who loses it, regains it right away. Beshin walks in with Ross clearly offsides. Face-off's down. Sagers goes back to get it. 18 seconds left in the period. Sagers circles back. Almost runs into poles. Plays it up to Netherly. Fremont gets it, shoots it to length. Ballmer's got it there. Leaves it for Poles. Poles runs out of time. So that's the end of the first period. Saints lead 3-0. Puck's down for the second period. Just pulls into the zone. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Deutsch. Deutsch into the zone. Heacock's got it there. Circles up the near boards. Back to Sagers. Sagers gives it to Heacock, who falls down. Heacock recovers, gives it back to Sagers. Sagers walks down the middle. Shot, saved. Deutsch to Heacock. Heacock controls it there, gives it over to Sagers. Sagers shot, saved. Goaltender's not supposed to see all that. Jackson Heacock gets his second goal of the game.
Dubuque Saints power play goal scored by number 38, Jackson Heacock. Assisted by number
Ross wins it back to Spangler. Spangler loses it for a second. Shot saved by Ballmer. Puck's behind the net.
14:21 of the second period.
Battle for there. Knocked in front. Saved by Ballmer. Puck's down. Ross pushes it back to Kretz. Kretz gets it over to Spangler. Spangler loses it, goes up. Shot out of play. Ross loses the faceoff. Fremont's got it. Takes a shot. It's blocked there. Cleared the length of the ice to the goalie, who covers. Ross battles for the faceoff there. Back to Kretz. Kretz fires it. Blocked in front. CJ Mueller will chase into the corner. Wins the puck. Back to Ross. Ross kicks it out to Mueller. Fires it just across the face of the goal. Fremont's got it there. They'll clear the length of the ice. Spangler back to get it. She'll retreat behind the net. Loses an edge. Kretz is there to bail her out. Kretz walks it up the ice. Stolen there. Battles to get it back. Now it's Chase Pulls walking through center ice. He'll take it wide. Fires from a bad angle. Saved by the goaltender. Puck's down. Sweeney's got it there. Circles on the near boards. Fires it over to Beshin. Beshin shoots. No goal. We're going to call a penalty at Meserich for cross-checking long before the goal went in. Meserich has been a frequent visitor to the box this weekend.
Penalty on number 14, Kellen Mesrich. 2 minutes for cross-checking at 12:56 of the second period.
Puck's down. Beshin's got it there around the back of the net. Fremont's there to hold it in. Ruiz is there to knock it out. Fremont takes it back to its defensive zone. Plays it up the far boards to no one. Blaze Seegers is there. He's got it. A little 2-on-1 action. Saved by Ballmer. Ruiz is there, wins the faceoff. Fremont comes in, collects it, goes D to D. Dio walking in, take a shot, saved by Balmer. We'll start it again. Puck's down. Ruiz forces it out of the zone. Saints will have all day to turn it. They'll go D to D. Beshin fires at the length. Fremont will start from behind their net. Little number 8 with a little speed. Takes it up the middle, runs into some resistance from Sweeney. Carries it to the near boards, walks it towards the net. Walks it around the net. You get no points for stick handling, but he's doing a fine job, ladies and gentlemen. Loses it there. Kicked in front to Balmer, who stops it. Puck's down. Deutsch clears it out to the point. Defenseman fans on it. Walks it down behind the goal line. Tries to kick it out in front. Cruiser just about stuffed that in his own net. Recovers and fires it wide. Fremont goaltender will go over there and stop it. Fremont will start from behind its own net. Fires it the width of the ice. Gets it to super stick handler number 8. We'll wait behind the net and then make a pass to no one. Jackson Heacock gives a little pressure. Kicked out in front. Puck sent the length of the ice. Not icing though. Stops just below if it gets to the goal line. Blaze Sager loses an edge. He's up and recovered. He's got it now. Plays it up to Deutsch. Deutsch cross ice to Cruiser. Cruiser carries it up. Look like an elbow. Messerich has got it there. Fires it over to Beshin, who bounces off a stick. Gets it back in front to no one. They missed the net. Cruiser got a piece of it, so this isn't an ice. We've got a 2-on-1. Sager's the first one there. He'll play it up to Messerich, who can't quite get it to Beshin in time. He does now. Beshin's got it. Holds, gets it over to Sweeney. Sweeney to Messerich. Messerich for the goal.
Goal, scored by number 14, Alan Messerich. Assisted by number 7, Tony Sweeney.
Heacock's got it now. He'll carry it into the zone. Shot on net. Trickled off the goaltender's glove. Heacock walks around. He's already got 2 goals today. Gives it down to Netherly. Netherly controls there. Gets it towards the net. Saved by the goaltender. Michael Poles has got it. Knocks it to the corner. Fremont tries to play it off the boards there. Does a horrible job. It's held in by Dubuque. They're saying that made it out. They're wrong. Played up the middle. Sagers has got it. Netherly will collect it off the far boards. Dumps it in. Goes behind the net. Netherly presses. Jackson Heacock there. Holds it in. Netherly's 3-on-1 along the near boards. Heacock's got it. Plays it back to Kleesner in front. Poles just misses it. Netherly wallpapers a guy on the far side. Heacock's got it. Fires it towards the net. Wrapped around to the far boards. Sagers tries to hold it there. Can't quite do it. Fremont will knock it down the ice for an icing. Puck's down. Fremont's got it below the goal line. They'll walk it up the far boards. Carries it the whole way. Hits the brakes at the dots and loses it. He's got it behind the goal line. They'll play it on the far boards up to the D. Fired towards the net. Finds nothing. Near boards, that's Poles. Wrapped around to the far corner. Mueller checks from behind, knocks the guy head first into the bench. And 21 comes over and evens the score. And I think they're both going. Both got 2 and 10s for checking from behind. That's one way to do it. Michael Poles will serve the additional 2 minutes for C.J. Mueller. You can see he's excited about that. 18 will go over for Fremont. He looks less excited too. Fremont chooses not to send guys out for the face. Oh, here they come. Puck is fought for along the far boards. Beschen's got it now. Sends it up to Deutsch. Lost there. Beschen's got it. We get a 3-on-1. Beschen walks to the middle. Seemed like the defenseman kicked his feet out, but no call. Henry's battle for it there. Ruiz has got it. Dumps it down low. Knocked in front of the net. Beschen fires it. Oh, beautiful save. Deutsch got a shot. Looked like it was an open net. Fremont goaltender just got enough of it. We're discussing why there's guys in the box, and we're playing 5-on-5. It's still a delayed call. Those guys are still out at after 2 minutes. Well, they're going to let them out now because there's no need for them to be in there. They're serving their own penalties. So you don't usually see an offsetting 2 and 10s, but puck's down. Fremont will carry it up. Far our near side. Controlled there beyond below the goal line. That's Liam Henry walking it up the far side. Has his legs and sticks taken out from underneath him. Cruisers heads back. A little bit of a 2-on-1 if he's got it under control. Mucks it in the corner. Played across the middle. Deutsch knocks it to the far side. Chases it down, gives pressure. Duke's got 2 guys out of the neutral zone. It's not where they're supposed to be. Henry behind the net. Circles back over to Cruiser. Cruiser tries to play it up to Ruiz. It's stolen there. Fremont walks it down. Henry's got it now. Henry behind the goal line. Fires it up the far boards. Into the stands. Puck's down. Masserich just got it. He'll walk it up the ice. Takes it wide. He's got Sweeney with him. Shoots, misses the net. Puck comes loose. Kleesner's got it, fires it towards the net. Ross pressures, knocks it up the near boards. Sweeney's got it there, he dumps it down. Mesrich is in the corner. Walks it out, gives it to Sweeney. Hesitates, centers it to no one. Ross has got it there, knocks it down to Sweeney, now below the goal line. Comes out. Ross fires it directly into the goalie. Puck's down, that's Netherly. Walk behind the net by Fremont. Jackson Heacock's got there to pressure in the corner. Knocked out to the middle. Netherly tries to get a hit, doesn't quite get him. Puck comes out to center ice. Walk through the middle. Stick handle, pass to the center, no one there. Pulls, clears it, out to the D. Fires it back in just wide. Oh. 8 puts a charge into Gather Netherly for a rough. Smuts is how we're going to pronounce that.
Your Saints are on the power play.
Puck's down. Ruiz back to Beshin. Beshin fires it into the defense. Mesrich gets it over to Ruiz, who fires it on net. It's blocked there. Sweeney's got it on the near side. Walks right in front of Beshin, then gives it to him. Beshin walks it down the middle, gives it to Sweeney. Sweeney buries it in the upper right-hand corner.
The Saints power play goal scored by number 7, Cody Sweeney. Assisted by number 23, Bryce Cashin. And number 26, Nico Ruiz. And 5:21 of the second period.
Puck's down. Fremont has it in center ice. They'll walk it up the far boards. Cruiser's got it there. Walks it out of their blue line. Feeds it up to Deutsch. Deutsch carries it in. Takes a shot. Redirected. Deutsch with a shot on the far side that goes in.
The Saints goal scored by number 5, Logan Deutsch. Assisted by number 2, Cody Cruiser. And 5
Puck's down. Fremont tries to dump it in. Cody Cruiser over there holds it in. Deutsch knocks it up the ice. Beshin gives chase. Fremont takes it in front of the net. Sends it up to center ice. They'll walk into the zone. Walk it to the middle. Shot just wide. Gets his own rebound. Played to the near corner. Beshin battles there. Plays it up to Poles, who can't quite get a handle on it. Deutsch has got it. Carries it up the ice. Takes it wide. Circles back. Looks for the D. It's Liam Henry back there. Knocked loose. Beshin's got it in the corner now. Run into. Fremont battles it out. They get by Henry. Circles towards the middle. Shot saved by Bauer. Beshin knocks it loose. Deutsch steals the puck. Got an offsides call. Oh, running clock. Love it. Netherly out for the faceoff. Lost there. Jackson Heacock hustles through and steals it. Possessed in the offensive zone. Saints, they knock it out. Sagers has got it. He'll walk it wide. Through the middle, loses the handle. Michael Poles skips over his stick. Sagers steps up, takes it. He'll walk it into the blue line. Takes it wide. Heacock parked in front of the net, looking for that hat trick. Gets tackled like it's wrestling. He gets up. He's a tough kid. Fremont takes their time on the change. It's down 7. Things aren't getting any better. Puck's down. Netherly straddles it, manages to protect it. Knocked outside the zone, but knocked back in. Heacock will apply a little pressure. Fremont will clear it. Into the attacking zone. Their leading scorer, Casey's got it down there. Gets walked in the corner. Cross checks the guy that hits him. Heacock's got it. Gets knocked off the puck. Casey's got it. Walks the blue line. Stick handles on either side of it. You can't do that. That's offsides. Looks like some exchanging of recipes going on there between Trenton and Jackson Heacock. Jackson says, I've got 2 goals and beating you single-handedly. I don't care about your meatloaf recipe. Sweeney back to Kretz. Kretz fires it wide to Mesrich. Mesrich can't quite get a handle on it. They'll play it high. Over everyone's head. Should be an icing, but it doesn't quite make it. Kretz has got it there. Plays it up to Sweeney. Sweeney kicks it to Ross. Ross plays it up ahead. Fremont will play it wide. Led with an elbow. Fremont plays it the length of the ice for an ice. Saints hustle out for the faceoff. Fremont less than excited to get there. Beshin's down. He wins it. Back to Ruiz. Over to Spangler. Ruiz on net. Pops straight up. Fremont's got it now on the far boards. They'll get it through Spangler. Knocked back. Walked up the middle by Fremont. In the corner there, they'll try and center. Deutsch plays it back to Spangler. Spangler to the D. Fremont comes in, battles Kretz there in the corner. Kretz knocks it up to Ruiz. And that's the second period.
Through 2 periods of play, your Dubuque Saints 7, Fremont nothing. Shots on goal 21 for Dubuque, for Fremont 8.
Shots are 21-8. Puck's down for the start of the third period. Battle for in front of the benches. Fremont's got it. They'll walk it in. Shot. Goal. Puck's down for the start of the third period. Battle for in front of the benches. Fremont's got it. They'll walk it in. Shot. Goal.
Fremont goal scored by number 37, Carly Casey. Unassisted at 14:42 of the third period.
Down again. Ross will battle for it there. Sagers up to Poles. Poles gets a piece of it to avoid the ice. Wrapped around to the far side. All the way back to the Dubuque defensive zone. Fremont's got a little jump in their step here to start the third period. Cleared out to center ice. All the way down to the Saints offensive zone behind the goal line. They'll start with it there. Wrapped around behind the net. Played through center ice. Knocked out. Loose. Back to the Fremont defensive zone. Carried wide. Up through center ice. All kinds of stick handling going on here. Fired weakly towards the net. Stopped there by Cruiser. Plays it up to Poles. Controlled at the blue line. Dumped down into the corner. That's Sweeney with it. He'll walk behind the net. Up the near side to Poles. Poles back to Sweeney. Sweeney walks far side. Takes a shot. Shot wide saved. Collected. Near boards. Cruiser fires it towards the net. Redeflected. Mesrick over to Sweeney. Scores. And the onslaught continues now 8-1.
Saints goal scored by number 7, Tony Sweeney. Assisted by number 14, Carolyn Messerich. And number 2, Cody Cruiser. At 13-10.
Puck's down. Played back to the defensive zone. That's Liam Henry. Up to Chase Poles. Nico Ruiz carries it into the zone. Back to Cruiser. Cruiser walks in. Shot. Saved. Loose in front. Yeah, the Nedley just about got one in. Saved the last second. I'll go the length of the ice for icing. I'd like to welcome all the Fremont viewers watching the feed. Couldn't make it to the game today. Ruiz has got it below the goal line. Walks it to the corner, out in front. Fires it across just in front of Cruiser. Cruiser plays it down low on the near boards. Netherly knocks it loose, chases it down in the corner, got his head up, passes to the middle to Ruiz, who puts it in. Pays a little bit of the price, but knocks it into the net. Nice feed in the corner from Netherly.
Takes goal scorer number 26, Nico Ruiz. Assisted by number 19, Kevin Avery. And number 24, Chase Poles.
Looks like we've got a goalie change for Fremont. Puck dumped in behind the net of Balmer. Cruiser tries to walk out the boards, loses it for a second, battled back. Poles got it on the near board, sends it across ice to Heacock. Heacock collects it there, plays it up to center ice, into the offensive zone, carried offsides. Ross wins the faceoff, back to Cruiser. I'm sorry. That's Kretz back there. Carried wide. Shot on net, saved by Balmer. Those 2 and 10s are over. CJ Mueller steps out of the box, along with number 21 for Fremont. That's Ashton. He'll head off the ice. Puck's down. Fremont's got it. Back to the point. Stolen there. Mesrich has got it now in front of the bench. Loses it. Played into the Fremont zone. That's Nolan Kretz. Walks it behind the net. Leaves it there for Spangler. Spangler plays it up to Sweeney. Held in. Nope, not held in. Knocked out. Sweeney's got it now. He plays across to Ruiz. Ruiz walks it down the middle. Tries to dangle the goalie. Just loses the handle on the backside. Spangler loses it at the blue line. Got a foot race here. 2-on-1. Saved by Balmer. If you didn't see it, you'll just have to trust me. Leisner's got it behind the net. He'll play it off the boards to Ruiz. Ruiz will send it down the ice towards the Fremont goalie. He plays it to the corner. Deutsch has got it there. Deutsch up to the blue line. Kleesner steps into one. It's blocked in front. Deutsch has got it behind the goal. Wallpapered there. Send it out to center ice. Kleesner loses the handle at the blue line. Gives it over to Ruiz. Stalls, loses the handle. Fremont gets into the zone, walks around Kleesner. Ruiz battles for it there in the corner. Kleesner and a Fremont player. Knocked up. Ruiz has got it on the far side. He'll walk it up, pitch it to Deutsch. Can't quite get it. Into the defensive zone. Played wide. We got an icing. And we'll go back the other way. Puck's down. Fremont loses it. Chipped below the goal line. That's pulls out to the middle to no one. All the way to the length of the ice. It was to Ballmer. Ballmer's got it now. Plays it behind the net. Cruiser wraps it around the boards to pulls. CJ Mueller cuts across the middle. Can't quite get a handle on it. It's at center ice. Joseph Ross with the steal. He'll muscle his way in. Get taken down. No call. Henry comes into attack and can't quite get it. We got a 3-on-1. Cody Cruiser back. Fired. Saved by Ballmer. Mueller's got it. He'll carry it up the near boards. Walks it in. Top of the circle. Shot. Saved by the goaltender. Played on the near boards. Ross has got it. Walks it into the slot. Shot. Saved by the goaltender. Cruiser centers it to Mueller, who can't quite get a handle on it. Fremont walks it out the near boards. They'll chip it off the boards. It'll go the length for an ice. Passing into the faceoff. Fremont's got it. They'll walk it out of the zone through center ice with some speed. Loses it there at the blue line. Kicked out on the near boards. Peshin will win a foot race. Into the corner. Michael Poles has it. Played up the near board. Spangler can't quite hold it in. Heacock's got it back there. Tries to center. Off to Beshin. Beshin leaves it for Poles. Fremont fires it in from the wrong side of the red line. That'll draw an ice. Puck's down. Fremont's got it below the goal line. Control behind the net. Tries to walk in front. Stolen there. Mazurich has got it. Chips it over to Netherly. Netherly battles for it in the corner. Played around the back of the net. Controlled there behind the net. Long outlet pass that'll go for an ice. Puck's down. Liam Henry will fire it just wide. Cruiser's got it there. Plays it down to Ruiz. On his back, tries to center it. Held in by Ross. Cruisers walks it in. Top of the circles. Loses it in the slot. Knocked out to center ice. Henry's got it. He'll play it over to Ross. Ross the length to Ruiz. Ruiz cross ice to Deutsch. Deutsch will walk into the corner and he'll lose it behind the net. Reese comes in with a full head of steam and knocks it loose, but they've got it. Carried it down. Ruiz centers it to Deutsch. Deutsch has got 1-on-2. Walks to the slot. Shot saved by the goaltender. Puck's down. Fremont has it behind the net. Played around to the far side. Henry holds it in there. Squirts loose. Fremont's got it at center ice. Bestian carries it in. Walks to the middle. Dangles to the far side. Walks across. Shot. Goal. Making it look easy.
Team Saints goal scored by number 23, Bryce Bestian.
Puck's down. Back to Spangler. Heacock will walk it into the corner. Out to the front to Poles. Gets it on net. Scrambled in front there. Fremont plays it back out of the zone. Spangler's got it. Plays it up to Poles. Leaves it for Netherly. Netherly to Poles. Worked on the far boards. Heacock's got it. He'll try and chip it down low. Fremont will clear. And go for an ice. Puck's down. Knocked in front of the net. Fremont knocks it behind the goal. Joseph Ross will go to get it. He'll circle at the far side, dump it down below the goal line. Chase Poles is back. Tries to send it to Mueller. Can't quite get a handle on it. Fremont's got it. Carries it out of the zone. Up to center ice. That's Kleesner. Poles has got it. Walks up the far side towards the net. Knocked wide by the goaltender. Centered. Fremont can't quite clear it. Now they do. Walked up the near side. Into the zone. Shot weakly at the net. Kleesner to Poles. Tried to send it to Mueller. Couldn't quite get there. Back into the defensive zone. Kleesner tries to get it in. Can't quite. Poles has got it with some time. Fires it in towards the net. Behind the net now. Walked up the near side. Stick handles around 2 or 3 Dubuque players. Shoots it 3 feet wide of the net. And it comes out of the zone. Heacock collects the loose puck. Fires it just wide of the net. Loses an edge. Ends up on his rear end. Cruiser goes for a big hit. Knocks the stick loose. Liam Henry's got it. Tries to walk up the near boards. Loses it there. Knocked back into the Dubuque defensive zone. They'll play it behind the net. Off the back of the net. That's the end of the game. Final score, Dubuque 10, Fremont 1.
Fremont Flyers 1.